Hi guys, today I'm going to show you all how to balance a chemical equation. So let's look at this unbalanced equation, hydrogen 2 plus nitrogen 2 to get the chemical compound NH3 or nitrogen monohydrate 3. Everything on the left side of the equation are called reactants, and everything on the right side of the equation are called products. Our goal is to balance our reactants and our products. These little numbers are called subscripts. Let's take a closer look at subscripts. Subscripts are the number of atoms of an element in a compound. The most important thing about subscripts is that they cannot be changed while balancing an equation. So let's look back at our equation. We cannot change our subscripts, but we can change our coefficients. Right now, all of our coefficients are 1, but they can be changed in order to balance this equation. So what are coefficients? Coefficients are the numbers placed before the reactants in a chemical equation so that the number of atoms in the product side are equal to the number of atoms in the reactant side. Right now, all of our coefficients are 1. But in order to balance this equation, we have to change the coefficients. Let's change all of our coefficients to 2 and see what happens. When you multiply the subscripts by the coefficients, you get 4 hydrogens and 4 nitrogens on the left side or the reactant side, and on the right side or the product side, you have 2 nitrogens and 6 hydrogens. This equation is unbalanced. There are too many hydrogens and not enough nitrogens. So let's increase the amount of hydrogens on the reactant side. This time let's try 3 hydrogens and 1 nitrogen on the reactant side and leave the product side the same. When you multiply the subscripts by the coefficients, you get 6 hydrogens and 2 nitrogens on the reactant side and 6 hydrogens and 2 nitrogens on the product side. The equation is balanced because there are the same amount of atoms on each side of the equation and the law of conservation of mass was obeyed, which brings us to our last point, the law of conservation of mass. The law of conservation of mass states that mass cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical or physical reaction. It can only be lost or transferred, which was obeyed since we had the same amount of atoms on both sides of our equation.